Hi, everybody, and welcome to this week's webcast. We're in the week of May 11th, 2020, and what a crazy last month it has been for everyone. I wanted to tell you that we are coming upon a major transformational shift. I know over the last 3 weeks, I have been preparing you for these shifts and talking about these shifts and talking about transformation and talking about going to that next level of consciousness. And we have all been preparing for that. I told you how you're having anxiety because you're feeling that. Well, we finally got to a point, and many of you have gotten to a point where you finally decided to take some action in your life, whether that be on a business front, relationships, career, health, whatever that might be. You're finally like, okay, I've spent the last 3 weeks trying to figure out what I want to do to move forward in my life. I've taken inventory of those things. Now it's time for me to decide and take action. And let me just tell you, today is a day where a lot of you are going to be trying to get some practical things done in those matters. And you're running up against a lot of roadblocks. And it's going to be a very frustrating day because you're trying to get little things done and then you're hitting a block as to why you can't get little things done. So I'll give you an example about my own life just to tell you like how frustrating this energy is, and I just need you to try to push through it. So for instance, we have an iPad here, and a little person decided to change the password 50 million times after I had said, please don't change your password, you might forget it. So of course the password was forgotten, and I have to go and restore the iPad. So you can't just restore it. You have to actually plug it into a desktop or a laptop, and now I use an iPad for everything. And so I went to plug it in, and it turns out that all of the software hasn't been updated in years, and now all the drivers haven't been updated. So it's been taking me probably close to 4 days with little drivers and installations and calling Apple 3 or 4 times and then going to another computer. That didn't work. Spending hours just to get an iPad restored, which should have taken maybe about 10 minutes to do. So also with my own personal projects, a lot of these, as you know, I'm developing these intuitive development classes, and most of you said you'd like webinars, and so we're moving in that direction for the webinars. So there's a lot of research that goes along with that. I just can't make videos. There's a lot of live stuff we have to do and interactivity. And so when I went to, there's a lot of researching of website platforms you have to do for that. And once you find a platform, you look at demos. And of course, couldn't watch a demo without a desktop. So here's the moral of the story. There's certain foundational things I need to move forward with, a lot of things that I have to do. And this could be anything related to you. If you can relate to this, you want to move forward with some aspect of your life. You've done the research. You're ready to go. You're ready to purchase something. You're ready to buy. And then they tell you you have to submit some sort of application, and you can't get the email to work. And then you can't get it over to them because you can't download it because it's encrypted. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. But it's just going to show you that you're not fully, the shift where you want to go in consciousness, which means you're changing lanes of the highway, where you want to go, and where you are in terms of the things that are surrounding you. For me, it's my computer. The things that are surrounding you need to also be updated and shifted so that you have everything you need supporting you and around you to take you to that next level. So right now, today, it's showing you what is necessary, what you're missing, and it's going to be a little frustrating. Okay, so this is in the areas that I'm talking about. This, and I've written some of these down, these are financial, business decisions, personal, technology decisions, and ordering necessities. So you might even realize you can't order the stuff you need because you don't have a driver, you don't have software. But let's say you're applying for some sort of financial stuff or assistance. They might say you need more paperwork, and then you can't get the paperwork. It's kind of like that stuff. You're still not ready to actually take the shift. So it's just showing you all of these annoying things that are still at the lower level of vibration, which still need to be changed so that you are supported when you do go to that next level. So I'm going to go to the world level now. I know you like some of my updates. So the world level now, people are now taking less precautions and taking risks. So that's what's coming through for me on the world level, taking risks, especially a lot older people and younger people on the spectrum. And so because of that, a lot of people are going to be putting themselves at risk because the weather's nicer, people are thinking everything's okay. So less precautions. So think about that. If you have to go out to the store or if you have to go out somewhere, take the precautions you used to take, but I need you to take extra precautions in the next 2 weeks. I feel like there's going to be a division within the people at this point and not the government. So you're going to be seeing citizens against citizens, which isn't too good, because people are going to be starting to get upset at people taking less precautions right now and throwing caution to the wind. So it's going to cause a lot of divisions within the people and not so much the government. I know we talked about the government being divided for the past couple weeks. I feel like there's going to be issues and divisions within our citizens, our people at this point. I want to tell you to hold tight a little bit longer, at least until June 1st, before making any major decisions. And this involves any major car decisions. So if you're thinking about purchasing a new car, I would wait on that until after June 1st. You may think now that outdoor activities are fine. I see a lot of people crowding outdoors. Stores, parks are good, especially outdoor stores. There are still issues here energetically that I'm picking up. And I also feel like, again, it's not you. If you're taking the precautions that you would like to take, it's not so much you, it's other people around you. It's kind of like when you're driving, you might be a safe driver. It's other people around you that you have to be a defensive driver. So I'm telling you to be a defensive driver when you go out there, because people are just not caring right now. They think that everything's okay, and people are really just going out and just not taking, like, let's say they always wash their hands, maybe they're not washing their hands. You know what I mean? Just be very, very careful. Defensive driving, defensive social distancing, let's put it that way. Be very, like, even more careful than you were at the start of this whole thing. Really, really important. Turn off the news completely for the next 3 days. I know some of you don't want to do that. You're addicted to watching what's going on. There's going to be some scary news coming up that is not, it's going to change daily, like 360 changes daily. It's going to change, going to tell you one thing one day, cause you anxiety. The next day it's going to change 360, cause you more anxiety. So the next 3 days, if you can, if it's something you are able to do, stay away from the news. Now on personal levels, this is not on the world level, this is on the individual level. You continue your writing and creative projects. Now, there's windows of opportunity throughout the year. I call them the shotgun in the dark opportunities. And what these are is you're like, hey, I don't know if this is ever going to happen. I'm just going to throw a shot in the dark. I'm going to throw a dart at the dartboard and see where it sticks. It's just a chance you take. Say you want to get something published. Say you want to see if you can get accepted for something or if something will work for you. This is the period of time. It's called a shot in the dark opportunity. That means it doesn't matter how much experience or less experience you have. You take a shot in the dark, you're more than likely to get this once in a lifetime opportunity that in another time period, you may have to work a year to get the same opportunity. So let's say you want a promotion. Let's say you're looking to be recognized for something. Take the opportunity. Don't think about what you have to prepare or if you're good enough or whatever. Do it. It's going to pay off. This is within the next 7 days, by the way. This window of opportunity expires at the latest by next Wednesday. Continue to throw away items. In the beginning of this whole scenario, I just deleted everything that I wrote. So do you see what I'm talking about? Do you see how frustrating this is? I don't even know how to get it back now. It just all deleted everything that I wrote today oh wait, here it is. I was able to get it back with the undo button. That's not my shot in the dark opportunity, that's for sure. Okay, so Continue to throw things away. In the last month, you probably were a little bit unsure about throwing personal items away. In the next 3 days, you're just going to be like ready to do it. So do it in the next 3 days. Tie up loose ends. Meditation and prayer, very important at the moment, as that is where your assistance and guidance is coming from. Stay away from personal guidance at this time, because a lot of people are struggling with anxiety and their own fears at this point in time. And I feel like people might even guide you in the wrong direction. So take that personal guidance directly from whatever you believe in, God, your angels, your higher self, people on the other side. Take that guidance from within. Good time to read and learn and research. Very good time. Now, I know you guys all like my random things that come, so here are my random predictions. Changes with systems of delivery may cause more anxiety to the consumer. So this is home deliveries from corporations, maybe even grocery deliveries. Extra charges or fees could be incurred, making people pissed off. Some credit card companies will be rescinding 8 offers, and this is going to make them look bad, causing them to make a turnaround after they do that, because they're going to have people like closing their cards or not signing on. Market analysis, completely incorrect in the next week. It's going to scare people, not going to be correct. Telemarketing is on the rise. You might be getting more phone calls that you don't want. Check your tire pressure. You haven't been driving much. Make sure if you go out to drive, check your tire pressure. Issues with internet and phone with major cable companies coming up. Phone lines, also business phone lines. And I feel like a recall on some fruit. Could be apple, grape. I'm not really sure, but make sure you are washing your, putting stuff in your, what is it? A sink. Putting it in the sink, washing it for 20 minutes, 20 minutes, like 20 seconds, whatever. Washing the fruit. Again, making sure you're taking those precautions. But those are on the world level, the personal level, and random level. Now, the sign of the day today is the sign of Cancer. If you are a Cancer, you're going to be having a little bit of a difficult time emotionally at the moment. The other water signs, Pisces and Scorpio, a lot of anxiety, but not as bad as Cancer is feeling very lonely. They're feeling not connected. They're feeling like they need more nurturing, and it's kind of like a really harsh energy that's around them lately. Just again, the best thing you could do, Cancer, is stay in solitude. The more you're around people, the more upset you're going to be, because they're not going to be giving you what you want. So prayer and meditation for Cancers, very important, and some solitude, at least if you could do an hour a day. Okay. So that's what I have for you today. I know we're not in the lounge, and you guys really like the lounge. This is the office. This is kind of the studio, the office and the studio. Because today I have to get some forecasts out to you. Once a week we have to do the serious forecast. We have to do the work. We have to give you the energies. And we have the lounge, which is coming another night when I'm feeling it. And we'll have some other locations too. I'll be bringing some other themes and other locations to you, hopefully in the next week or so. We might just have a deck. We might just have different things that I talk about on the deck. We have the lounge. Now we're in the office and the studio. So I hope you guys enjoyed the forecast for today. Just remember, today's going to be a little frustrating. If you don't want to deal with it, just don't even try, because any practical matters are going to prove frustrating. Try to stay in the emotion. Try to stay in prayer meditation. Try to just relax. Pushing against the energy is not going to make it better. So remember, we're shifting. Get those things done, even though they're frustrating. If you can, if you can't, put them aside till tomorrow. Thanks, Bets, for liking my office. I'm working on it. There's not too much in here right now. We just have a couch I have to decorate. We have these lights. These are for the studio lights. The desk is coming. I'll show you guys around real quick, because it's still not where I need it to be, but I wish I could have shown you the before and after. Remember, this room used to be purple. Not fun. Okay, so here's the couch. See, it's just very plain right now. Got the couch and the windows. We got some nice artwork up there, but we still have to decorate. Still have to decorate the office. So here we are. I'm doing one thing at a time. Things that I could do when I can do them, when the energy allows. Just remember, today, those practicalities could be nuts. But stay tuned, because tomorrow and by Wednesday, it should clear up. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And it was good to connect to you. And I'll be writing the monthly energy coming up soon. And don't forget, in the description, there's the 8 signs to connect with your loved ones on the other side, to know if they're talking to you and you're getting signs. And that's a free guide that I had written about a couple weeks ago. So all you have to do is sign up for it. It comes right instantly into your inbox. So again, we're planning the intuitive development classes. You guys all want webinars. Let me know if you want a series as well, because I'm looking at a couple weeks series for levels 1, 2, and 3. If you have some ideas of how you'd like to learn and what your preferences are, that would be great. If you like handouts, if you like audio stuff, you like workbooks, or you like hearing me talk to you, you learn visually, please let me know your preferred method to learn. And we will see you soon. Have a great Monday.